Nalla Narasimha Reddy Education Society's group of institutions, integrated campus. This institution is approved by AICT New Delhi and affiliated to JNTU Hyderabad. This is Dr. G. Subbarao, working as a professor in the Department of Civil Engineering. In this session, I am going to explain about the functions of soils and the origin of soils. In the previous lecture, how the soil was derived, what are the various types, etc. was discussed. And in this session, only enlightening about the function of soils and origin of soils. As we know that the word soil is derived from the Latin word solium, means the upper layer of the earth's surface. And the word soil, of course, has different meanings for different professionals. For example, a farmer or agriculturist, he says that soil is a loose surface material of the earth wherein plants or trees grow. Suppose if we consider a geologist, he feels that soil is the material which is produced as a result of disintegration of rocks, of course, which has not been transported from its original place. An engineer speaks, soils are accumulation of minerals or organic particles occurring in the zone overlying the rocks. However, different professionals are having different meanings on the word soil. Soil mechanics is one of the youngest disciplines of civil engineering, which involves the principles and techniques by which the soil properties are studied properly. Soils is a medium and for growing the plants. Soil is a means of water storage, supply, and for purification. And the function of soil is also a modifier of Earth's atmosphere. Soil is also an habitat for organisms, all of which in turn modify the soil. So whether the plant grows or for storage purpose or supply of water or purification purpose, whether the organisms reside. So all these, turn and modify the soil properties. A typical soil, suppose if considered, which has 50% solids and 50% voids. Even in the 50% solids, majority consists of 45% minerals and 5% organic matter. And voids, which of course occupied by water and off by gas. The pore spaces which are present in the soil allow for the infiltration and movement of air and water, both of which are critical for life existing in soil. All these are functions of soil. If we see the section, here A is the topsoil, B is the regolith, C is saprolite, and of course bottom is the bedrock. A is the topsoil, this is the diagram, this is the field picture, and B is the regolith, can be seen here. This is called regolith. Regolith means an area of loose unconsolidated rock as well as dust that sits on top of a layer of bedrock. So this is the bedrock. So over the bedrock, this regolith is occupied, which consists of, unconsolidated rock and dust. The regolith also includes soil, which is a biologically active medium and a key component in plant growth. Coming to the next part is saprolite. So you can see the saprolite here is a chemically weathered rock portion. So saprolites form the lower zones of soil and represent a deep weathering of the bedrock surface. So finally, this is bedrock and the bottommost layer represents the bedrock. Here also we can see very clearly topsoil, subsoil, substratum, bedrock with a different terminology. Origin of soil. What is soil? Soil is a mixture of organic matter, minerals, gases, liquids, organisms that together support life. Or soils are formed by the disintegration and decomposition of rocks. Otherwise, soils can be defined as simply as a mixture of small rock particles or debris and organic materials along with humus which develop on their surface and support growth of plants. So this is how soil is defined. The mineral components of soil usually consist of sand, silt and clay, and their relative proportions determine the texture of soil. The properties which are influenced by soil texture include porosity, permeability, infiltration, water holding capacity, and susceptibility to erosion. So porosity, permeability, infiltration, water holding capacity, etc. are highly influenced for the texture of soil. Coming to the occurrence of soils in India, the map is very clearly shown with various types of soils. The green zone is occupied by forest and mountains, and this is alluvial part. Pale green part is called as alluvial soil, and this is red soil and yellow. And coming to some black soils and laterites, and this is arid zones. Alluvial soils occupied nearly 43% of the total area. This is the alluvial soil, and red soil is 18.5%. Of course, here combination is also shown, and black soil, this is black soil part which occupied by 15%, and remaining area is occupied by lateral, saline, peaty, marshy soil, forest soil, mountain soil. Red soil. The red soil is seen mainly in low rainfall area, and it has a porous structure. So wherever the rainfall is less, we can see red soil. And red soil is rich in iron and absence of calcium, phosphorus, manganese, nitrogen and potassium. So since the soil has rich in iron, it looks red in appearance. That color is red because of the presence of iron, that is ferric oxide, in the soil. Texture is sandy to clay and loamy. Usually wheat, cotton, pulses, tobacco, oil seeds, potato are cultivated where the red soil is available. Black soil. It is also known as rugged soil. Most of the Deccan area of India is occupied by black soil. It retains high water content, so high water content capacity is more in black cotton soil, rich in iron, calcium, potassium, aluminium and magnesium, and black soil is deficient in nitrogen, phosphorus and organic matter. Color is black, sometimes light black in color. Texture is clayey, and black cotton soil is best suitable for cotton production. So cotton can be grown in black cotton soil. Laterite soil. Laterite soil forms as a result of leaching, and this soil occurs in the areas of high temperature and high rainfall. So wherever the temperature is high and rainfall is high, so high leaching takes place where the soil is formed. This soil becomes so soft when it is wet in condition and hard when it is dry. Organic matters of the soil will be removed fast by the bacteria, as it is high temperature, and humus will be taken quickly by the trees and other plants. So laterite soil is rich in iron and aluminium and deficient in nitrogen, phosphorus, calcium, and humus, lime and silica will be leached away from the soil. Color is red due to presence of iron. Usually rice, ragi, sugarcane, cashew nuts are cultivated mainly in the laterite soil. This is laterite soil. Desert soil, and also known as arid soil, which is deposited mainly by wind activity in case of arid and semi-arid conditions. This desert soil consists of highly salt, lack of moisture and humus. This desert soil is characterized by the presence of kankar or presence of impure calcium carbonate content, which restricts the infiltration of water. Nitrogen is insufficient and phosphorus is normal. Texture is sandy and color is red to brown. Petey soil or marshy soil, which occurs in the area where heavy rainfall takes place and where there is high humidity and vegetation growth is very less. A large quantity of dead organic matter or humus, which makes the peaty soil as alkaline, and this peaty soil color is black. This is peaty soil or marshy soil. These are the result of waterlogging anaerobic conditions of the soils and the presence of iron and varying amount of organic matter. Peaty soil is found in humid and waterlogged areas mainly and is known for high water retention quality. Marshy soil, of course, if we consider separately, which is rich in iron and varied the presence of organic content. Forest soil occurs in the region where the rainfall is high, humus content is less, so the soil becomes acidic. Usually pine trees are grown in forest soil. and this forest soil is not at all suitable for growing crops. Forest soils form where it is not too hot and not too cold. So soils that formed under deciduous forests are very fertile and productive agriculture lands because of the decomposition of layers at the soil surface. Mountain soil, which occurs in the mountain regions of the areas with low humus and acidic in nature. The mountain soil is highly leached soil which is acidic in nature and is poorly fertile. This mountain soil is found in Jammu and Kashmir regions, Uttar Pradesh and West Bengal areas. Thank you.